Welcome to the Brad and Taylor Show. Today we have Kellen Keck.
You're listening to the Brad and Taylor Show, a podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to pursue their passions. We're sitting down with some of the best to learn how they got started and some lessons they learned along the way.
Hey, Kellen.
Hey, how are you?
We're good. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, for sure. Well, awesome. Let's get the show started. Tell us a little bit about you. What do you do, and then where are you located?
Well, I'm the broker owner of City2Shore Port City Associates. So we're a franchise of City2Shore National. I own an office in Manistee, and then I'm also based out of Grand Rapids as well. So
nice. I like it. So what did you do before real estate? How did you get into it?
I was actually a general manager for Menards for a long time. Got to know houses inside and out. Kind of got interested in doing something other than retail, and figured that real estate was a good way, a good industry that my skill set would kind of transition easily into. So
Yeah.
Nice. So then,
that's kind of how it started.
yeah. So did you start in Grand Rapids? Is that where you started?
Yep. I'm based out of Hudsonville. I live in Hudsonville, so got started right here.
Awesome. So how did you get your team up north, I guess? Because that's not like they're not right next to each other where you live compared to where your office is at.
No, actually, we had some agents up there with some other companies that were interested in joining City2Shore if we had a brick and mortar office. And actually, all of my family is from the Manistee area. So we had a cottage up there. I grew up there during the summers. We spent a lot of summers at our cottage. So I knew the area like the back of my hand, had a lot of contacts up there. So opportunity presented itself. So I took it.
That's awesome.
How long were you in real estate before you decided to start your own team?
I got licensed in early 2015,
Okay.
and then opened my franchise in October of 2019. We opened the doors.
Okay.
Nice. How many team members you guys got now out there?
We've got 7 up there right now. We've got another one that's going to be taking his exam shortly, and then we're actually meeting with one later today, who's been licensed for a number of years and actually moving to the Manistee area. So actually meeting with her today, so we could be adding yet another agent up there.
Sweet. That's
That's
exciting.
awesome.
So what, you guys got big plans and hiring a lot more for 2022?
Yeah, I mean, we're just trying to, this development that we've been working on up there for a number of years now, we're finally getting that off the ground. We kind of got that started just before COVID got shut down. Building prices kind of killed it there for a little while, but as we get that going, we know that that's going to draw a lot of attention. So we've been doing some training and stuff, making sure our agents know how to handle incoming leads and processing them appropriately, how to follow up with them, because the phone calls we've gotten already without having any activity up there has been pretty significant. So we know once there's some structures in place, it's only going to escalate very quickly.
That's awesome. So let's back it up a little bit. When you were first getting into real estate, what was how did that first week go? Were you like, I don't know what I'm doing? Did you have good training right at the beginning? How'd that go? Or are you just like, I'm not going to do anything?
I jumped into real estate. So I made the choice. I jumped into real estate full time.
Nice.
I remember I took my state exam on a Thursday, passed it, walked in, put in my 2 weeks notice Friday morning. 2 weeks later, I walked into City2Shore and said, all right, I'm here. What do I do?
Okay.
So sat down. We had some training and stuff here at City2Shore. Just started going through that, shadowing some agents that, some experienced agents. I was hosting for a while there. I was hosting 2, 3, 4 open houses a weekend, just trying to meet as many people as I could. That's kind of just really what started it right there.
How did your first transaction go? Was it smooth?
Looking back now, it was probably relatively smooth.
Okay.
But during the transaction, we had a couple of hang-ups with the lender. And this was pre-TRID, actually. So we ended up closing about an hour and a half after we finally got the clear to close. That's how quickly it all pulled together. But it wasn't too bad, honestly. At the time, it was pretty stressful because it was my first one. But looking back now, it actually wasn't too bad. That actually would be one of my smoother ones.
Nice. I know the nerves can get to some people at that first one.
Yeah, it definitely was. I wanted it to go as smoothly as possible, and I think I was
Yeah.
almost overthinking it a little bit.
Yeah. Did you get any advice when you first started out in real estate? I know you said when you joined City2Shore, you had some mentors there. Did you get any advice that stuck with you?
Um, Probably not one piece that really sticks out because in real estate, there's so many moving parts. So,
Yeah.
you kind of have to compartmentalize everything that you get. But, I think the one thing that really stuck out to me is kind of once I got myself situated and I was doing a multitude of things from, email follow-ups with leads, setting up drip campaigns through our contact management. I was basically told, just keep your nose down and keep grinding. It will come together. So, even though, a few months in, there was some frustrations as things weren't happening as fast as I would like. Um, I just was told again, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing the right things. And, shortly thereafter is when all of it kind of came back around and things really started to click. And, pretty much from then on, I was carrying multiple pending files at one time. And,
Nice.
yeah, that was probably the biggest thing is just keep going.
Yeah, you can't
Keep
give
doing
up.
the right things. Yeah.
Would you turn around and give that same advice to the new agents coming on your team?
100%.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing that I preach right now. We've been doing some training classes in the evenings with our agents, and that's probably one of the biggest things that I've been stressing is, hey guys, I've lived it. I know it works. Keep doing this. You guys are doing the right things, and it'll come together. And we're starting to see that now with a few of our agents where things are kind of starting to come around, and things are kind of clicking for them now, and you can kind of see that kind of aha moment as everything kind of comes full circle. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
That's awesome. Since 2015, what has been the most memorable home that you've been to? What one sticks out the most? And it could be in a bad experience if you want to share, or a good one.
There was one, probably the coolest home that I've been to, is honestly one I have under contract right now, that actually you guys shot, is the one with the whole indoor pool and hot tub. That's still
Yeah.
probably one of the coolest properties. I've had some others where they're big, massive houses, 7,800 square feet on 7 acres. Those are cool. I've also had some where I've walked through, it was a hoarding situation, and you had about an 8-inch wide path through stuff.
Yeah.
To be able to get through and see what it is. So,
A little tunnel.
yeah. So there's a few that stick out for various reasons.
Yeah.
So,
We call those last one the scratch and sniff homes, where you walk out and you feel like you have to shower.
oh yeah, that was mask required, and that was even pre-COVID. Just
right. Exactly. I know we talked a little bit about growing your team here in the next year. What other goals do you have in place for 2022?
Probably another secondary location for my office. That was one of my goals when I opened it, is that I wanted to continue to add offices. Just as my network grows, I know that, what I can offer as a broker, and, what we have at City2Shore, I know that there's a lot of agents that could be interested in what we have. So, that's probably my next goal. Where that location is kind of yet to be determined. I've been eyeballing a few different places, over the last few weeks, but, kind of letting the natural growth dictate where the next office is.
Yeah, that's exciting. You get another hole.
So,
I like it. I like it. What is your favorite book you've read?
well, probably we've been doing so as a franchise owners a while back. We were all tasked with reading this book. It was called The Culture Solution, and it's a leadership book, kind of designed around building positive culture. I've always considered myself a pretty good leader. Been in leadership positions basically, for a long time, in business, basically since my early 20s. So I think I've harbored some pretty good culture in the past at, even before I got into real estate. But this book really brought up some really cool points and kind of how to create that positive culture, leveraging the skill sets of the agents on your team, what they can bring to the table, and just allowing the growth. I think we've done a good job already at City2Shore, harboring that. And I think that's one thing that I'm trying to push out towards my team is figuring out where their skills are and how we can kind of leverage those skill sets to to grow even further. So that's a cool book. That's probably been one of my favorites as of recently.
I like it. Well, that's awesome. How can people get a hold of you?
Cell phone. My cell phone's never more than about 2 feet away from me at any given time. So
I like it.
That's honestly the easiest. So text message, email, text message and phone is usually fastest. I'm kind of old school. I actually still like to talk on the phone.
That's not a bad thing.
I like it. So what's your phone number so we can share it?
My cell phone, 616-648-2067. So that's honestly the easiest.
Oh, perfect. I like it. Well, hey, thanks for coming on and sharing your story with us today.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Are these working?
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go. I think they're working. Should we tell them?
Mine keeps falling. It doesn't like my voice.
What do we got to tell them?
Subscribe.
Subscribe? What do we got to point at? Hey, I think there's a subscription button. Like
It might be there.
It might be right there too.
Somewhere.
Find
it. It's red.
Yeah. And it's blue. It's green. I don't really know.
It's a color.
This mic isn't even attached. Did you plug these in? Well, I guess.
I wonder if they can hear us.
Yeah, I wonder if they hear us. Well, we should probably tell them if they can hear us. We should probably tell them also give us a 5-star review for listening to on Apple. That'd be cool.
5 stars,
review.
guys.
Share it with everybody they can think of.
We won't take 4 stars.
I mean, Taylor, I don't even think these are on. I mean,
I don't think this is working.
This is not working.